I'm Katie Hopkins. I'm in London today, but I'm just about to travel to a country that is spilling over with violence and tension between black and white. I'm going to South Africa to cover the racial war by black extremists who are systematically murdering white farmers. Have you heard of it? I'd be surprised if you have, because it's not something the mainstream media want to talk about. They only have one narrative for South Africa, that whites are racist who enforced apartheid. And of course, apartheid ended more than 25 years ago, and that's a good thing. But today's extreme anti-white racism and sadistic violence against these farmers is just pure evil, and no one wants to talk about it. The mainstream media like CNN and BBC turn the other way. So I'm going to go. I want to document the ethnic cleansing of white farmers. And I want to find out what the real story is. What's really going on here? Is it just random violence, or is there a more political motivation behind all this? I want to talk to the victims and hear their stories, and also to the perpetrators too, if I can. So I'm going to South Africa for nearly 2 weeks to find the facts and bring them to you with written columns and daily reports from inside, in country, and you'll be able to see exactly what's going on at my new website, hopkinsworld.com. And when we come back, I'll be making the first full documentary on this topic, the first one of its kind. Obviously, it's dangerous. Nearly 20,000 murders last year, and as many attempted murders, carjacking, racial violence, attacks on schools, attacks on shopping malls. You'll have seen them recently in the news. But the attacks on white farmers have a military style to them. It really is like a civil war. So we have to be careful. It's the one thing 1,000 South Africans are telling me that have heard about my trip. And I'm going to be careful. I'm going with a cameraman, but I'm also going with an expert in security in hostile terrain. And we'll be joined in location by another security team of ex-paras and ex-SAS guys. So they'll be with us. We have 2 vehicles as well, and one of the drivers is a paramedic. The situation in country is tense. Not many people appear to be prepared to go there at all. And when we get out to these farms, we'll truly be in no man's land. There is no one to call for help. But I want to feel what it's like to be a white farmer at night on these farms under threat. But we need to be safe. This kind of security is expensive, so we're saving money where we can. We've managed to find some flights for $1,000 each for me, my cameraman and my security. And our hotel rooms are about $100 each a night for us. We'll probably spend close to about £1,000 on the road. We're going to keep expenses as low as we can. And we're renting documentary quality filming equipment because it's the story that matters. I really don't care how uncomfortable I am. But by far the biggest expense that we face is the cost of our security operation. The whole team, including the medic and the vehicles, is 16,000 British pounds. That's more than 23,000 US dollars, $1,500 a day. But without it, I'm told we won't get out of there alive. Our total cost for this trip, 3 plane tickets, 2 vehicles, meals, hotel and security, is more than 30,000 US dollars. That's 21,000 British pounds. CNN probably spends more than that on Wolf Blitzer's makeup budget, I imagine. And it's a rounding error for our BBC. They get about £5 billion a year from the government. But for us, $30,000 is a lot of money. Not $1 of this, not £1 will be for me, and we won't be wasting money on the road. It's all just to cover the costs of getting this story out to you. And if we raise any extra, it will go forward to future missions. If you can help us, please do. Click here or go to hopkinsworld.com. I promise to tell you a story you won't hear in any of the mainstream media. I promise to bring you the truths that aren't being told. Let me be your eyes and your ears in South Africa. I'll give you a daily report directly to you. No mainstream media filter. Please click here to help cover our costs and join me in South Africa at hopkinsworld.com.